All these issues people want to eat at the SABC. And I refused. The policies are there that if you have done well, you should be rewarded.
It does that. You're saying that policy exists?
Yeah.
6 members of the board said it's okay to pay the success fee.
Yes. Look, court are human beings. Let us not forget that.
Are you saying they're misunderstanding this like
No,
me?
they do.
King David Studio podcast.
I'm having a chat, not for the first time, the second time with Ntate Motsoeneng, Ntate Hlaudi Motsoeneng, former COO of the SABC. How are you, sir?
I'm good, my brother. How are you, brother David?
I'm great. I'm worried about you.
Why are you worried?
Yeah. I can't lie to you. I wouldn't be smiling like that.
You know, David, life is life. You must just accept.
Yeah.
You know, there are things that are beyond your control. And if things are beyond your control, you can't stress yourself about issues that you can't control.
Yeah.
I can only deal with the issues that I can control. But I know what you are referring to.
I'm referring to a court ruling last week that said you have to. And there's a constitutional court ruling that says you have to pay 11.5 million, excluding interest, and it becomes 18 million rands. And there's no other court. What is your feeling right now about this matter?
Look, I feel good. You know, in life, when you have done well, and you can see results even now. Why I feel good is because when I arrived at the SABC, I mean, it was a mess. To take SABC from 4 billion to 8 billion revenue when I left the SABC, I'm very proud. To take SABC from now cash, from around 500, 600 million, to take it to 1.4 billion, I must be proud.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about myself. I'm very happy about my contribution. Also, I'm very happy because when I arrived at SABC, they were retrenching 800 people. I saved those employees.
What year was that? Remind us of that time again.
It was around 2011. I saved those employees. You know, when I spoke to the board, the late Dr. Ngubane, he understood me when I said, I believe that my job is to save the employees of SABC. And my job is to make environment conducive for the SABC employees. And I did that. I'm very proud. I mean, you know, during my time, it was all sweetness. Employees of the SABC, they knew that we are swimming.
Was there money for those sweetness?
Look, I can't take credit alone. I work with good men and women at the SABC, including those employees at the SABC. Because if people are happy, employees are happy, they are able to work hard to generate revenue, which they did. I give them credit. But you need a leader to lead those employees. And I led them very, very well. So I'm not really concerned about all this money that I must pay, all the sheriff stuff that is happening currently. No, I'm not worried. I'm just happy. Because when you look at the SABC, when I left, financially it was good. But when I went to court, remember, around 2014, 15, 16, I have been in court. The shareholder and the board in court, those affidavits, they said, if Hlaudi can leave SABC, we're going to be in trouble financially. And it is true. When I left the SABC, they were in trouble. When I was at the SABC, no bailout, because I refused. I said, no, SABC, we can't ask government to bail us out. Let us think. Let us use our own ideas. Let us be creative. And we did achieve that. So I'm very proud. When I left, they were given 3 billion. What happened with 3.2 billion? Gone. Now, as we are speaking in 2022, 2023, from 8 billion that I generated and grow the company, they are sitting around 4-something billion. I mean, it's shocking. Because I believe that, people who are good like us, we create many enemies to destroy us. Worse if you don't have metric. Because they are thinking, how can this man achieve all these miracles? And I achieve those miracles because I trust myself, I believe in myself.
I want to talk about the success fee. Which is what you're dealing with right now.
Yes,
that's what
yes.
you're saying. What is a success fee? Explain that to all of us.
What is very interesting about this matter? I'm the creator of Channel 404.
Okay.
Those people who are working in that channel, when they see when they work there, they must know the creator of that channel is Hlaudi Motsoeneng. Okay. Those are my ideas.
The TV, the news channel.
The news channel, 24-hour news channel. It is my idea alone. I'm very proud about it. And why I'm proud is because I have been able to create employment for those workers who are working there. And those workers that SABC is still employing them. It is this man who came with that idea. And remember, David, that channel is not regulated. Okay. That channel doesn't have any mandate.
What do you mean
from
by
Broadcasting Act.
Okay.
It is not legislated. So, when I came with the channel, we tried to talk to Treasury. They refused to fund that channel.
Okay.
Because they said, no, how can we fund the channel that is not regulated? So that channel is gentleman agreement between myself, SABC, and MultiChoice. But it is the channel that I came with. That channel, I raise money for that channel. More than 800 million I raised for that channel.
From who? When you say you raised it, where was the money coming from?
From MultiChoice.
Okay.
100%. That channel, the funding come from MultiChoice. Yeah. SABC is not paying any cent about that channel. And that channel, you don't have mandate like SABC 1, 2, 3, because it is a gentleman agreement channel, which I came with to generate revenue for the SABC. But how can the creator suffer now? When the SABC, I was not there. The minutes of the governance committee, I was not there when they took decision to say, Hlaudi, thank you very much for creating this channel, for creating employment. Those issues are there in those minutes. I don't understand why I should be punished when actually I have assisted SABC to grow financially. I don't understand.
100%. You're saying it was your idea, but the policies of the SABC do not have anywhere where it says if you come up with an idea that generates money, you get a percentage of it. That policy doesn't exist within the SABC. It exists in other places. For example, the PSL, the deal between DSTV, for example, and the PSL. Somebody makes something from negotiating that deal. But it doesn't exist, that policy, within the SABC. That is the argument of the SIU.
It could not exist. There was no baby.
Okay.
No one knew about that I will come with this miracle. that I came with. So when I came with these miracles, when you read those minutes, there is a policy.
There is no policy. There's a conversation.
No. Listen, listen, David. You must read those minutes properly.
Okay.
Let me tell you. When you read those minutes, they came with policy, the governance committee, and approved the policy because they have the power to do so. After approving the policy, they paid success fee, which I was not part of that SABC. And when you read those minutes, it says that the job that I have done, it was outside the scope of my contract of employment. It is not me. It is SABC. They recognize that the work that I have done, it was outside my employment contract. Why outside? Is because that channel is not sitting on SABC bouquet. That channel is not governed by any legislation. That is the reason why they did what they did.
I struggle to, and if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong, to find where, and I think it's a challenge, the same challenge that the courts found, where the SABC, it may have been a meeting and an agreement within a meeting.
Yes.
But the SABC, if indeed that policy is there, why is it that the courts couldn't find it? If that you're saying that policy is there, why is it that the courts couldn't find it? And your case didn't go from one court only. It was seen by even the highest court. And are you saying everyone missed the thing that you're seeing?
No. The court missed everything.
Okay.
And I will tell you, because, this matter is very interesting. Let me start by answering you all the courts. It is not true. All the courts, they did not deal with the merits or the facts of my case. What they did, they dealt with technical issues. Remember, I'm not technical. I will never know the rules of the courts. They deal with the rules of the courts that we did not do ABC. That is the work of the legal team.
Okay.
You see, and when I ask the legal team, example, when we went to Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein, the court said we did not address the special circumstances because we went with reconsideration. I will never know that.
Okay.
What I know is the facts. But my lawyers, my legal team said, no, we dealt with those issues. Now we go to the Constitutional Court. Constitutional Court says, no, man, you did not address us with the jurisdiction of the court. So that is not me. It's the issue of the lawyer. Now what I'm looking at is the merits, is the facts in front of the court. But they have never dealt with those merits or those facts. Only one court dealt with those issues.
Which court is that?
The High Court, Johannesburg.
And they had a ruling.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to review, that decision of that court. So all these other courts, they never dealt with the facts.
Are you saying the Supreme Court and the Constitutional Court did not deal with the details of your case?
Exactly.
They dealt with the technical issues related to the case.
Yes, and I think for me, as a layman, it is unfair because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know about this uniform rules of the court. What I know is my story.
However, you have lawyers. That's why you have lawyers.
Yes, but my lawyers, they are telling me that no, we dealt with those issues. You see, so that issue of courts, I don't even want to dwell with the courts because, it's lawyers who should deal with the courts. Mine is to deal with the SIU and the SABC. And what is very interesting, I listened to SIU. They said no, when they were doing investigation, a whistleblower, I don't know what the person was blowing. How do you blow something that is well known?
Okay.
Because when the SIU went to the SABC. This matter I have been paid in 2016.
Okay.
In 2016, within 3 days, it was all over the media. I went to Parliament. The board went and defended the matter of payment. So it can't be a whistleblower. How do you blow something that is well known? It's just a propaganda from the SIU.
What did they say about the whistleblower?
They said no. When they were still busy investigating, and then someone came, a whistleblower, to say, hey, the man was paid. But this is it is well known.
Yes.
Even the board, because there was issue that, no, this matter was supposed to go to the board. But who was the board? Because we need to start there. Because we were 9. The board members at that time, they were 9, including myself.
Okay.
So if you look, people who took decision, they were in majority. Because 6 people, I can say they were involved in my payment. 3 people, they were not involved. That 3, it will include me. But remember, when any board discuss you can't be part of that.
Of course.
By governance, by regulations, you can't be part of that. That's why when they start talking about success fee, I recused myself. So, which means people who knew they were 6 and they were majority. Example, if we went and then some people, they were saying, no, but you can't pay Hlaudi. It will be only 2 people. That will pass because the majority has already dealt with the matter.
Do you remember why the 2 were against it?
The 2 of them, I've got history with them. You see, one of them, which we are challenging in court, one of them, he arranged his own job description because he wants me to employ him at the SABC and remove the executive so that he can occupy that position.
Not a board position, an executive position.
I get board, there's no money there. It's peanuts. So he knew that if he can come in, now he's fine. There is money there. So the man talked to me.
Okay.
I said to him, no, man, I don't understand this. But please, can you put your profile, your job description? The man put it. Okay. I've got it. It's not a hearsay. I've got those papers. He emailed to my PA. And then I said, hey, this board member, he's crazy, man. And I have never taken him. I have never employed him because I could not employ him and remove someone who was an executive at the SABC. So it was all these issues people wanting to eat at the SABC. And I refused.
So you're saying that person held it against you?
And that person, his affidavit, the court used his affidavit.
Do you know what it said?
It's a lot of nonsensical contradictions. The man doesn't know about the same issues that you are talking about, the policy. He doesn't know the powers of the governance committee. When he approves those powers. No, that thing is shocking, man. You know what I have been saying to the court, if they go into the details. I said you need what we called viva voice evidence.
Okay.
Because there is dispute. So you can't resolve these issues on paper. I want to be in the box. And they must call their own people to give evidence. And I will call my own people to give evidence. Remember, the unfairness about this issue is those people who took decision, where they are. Because they were supposed to be cited on the papers.
Interesting. In my research of this, and I spoke to someone that has intimate knowledge of this case, they seem to have an impression that says, you are not wrong. The board is wrong, if anyone had to be wrong. Let me finish the thought. You are not wrong. The board is wrong. However, the money went to you. So the money must come back. That is the long and short of it. If this is not my house, and I'm allowing you to get in. And you go to the fridge and eat and finish the food. You are not wrong for benefiting from the fridge because you didn't know that you're not allowed to get in. So they're saying the policy, and no, this is not me. One, does not exist. Two, if there was a special permission that was allowed, it shouldn't have been allowed. Maybe the people who allowed it are the ones who are wrong. What is your take on that?
Look, David, this issue is very difficult, and I will tell you why. I was not there when they took decision.
Okay.
I only knew when I received the letter from HR to say the governance committee has decided to reward you for the job well done. I'm not there, okay? And then I check the letter, go through the letter. I'm happy like any employee. I mean, if the SABC recognize your work, you'll be happy. I'm happy. And they took decisions when I was not there, okay? And the issue whether they are wrong or not wrong, from where I'm sitting, when I read those minutes, I realized that no, they debate the issue. There was a robust discussion about this issue of payment. And then they said, no, because we don't have a policy. Remember, by terms of reference, that committee has the power to come with new policy because they deal with business.
Okay.
So they came with that policy. That policy is not there in the books of the SABC. Why? Because remember, immediately after all those halabaloo at the SABC, those board members resigned.
Yes.
So which means the new board came because they were influenced by politicians. They said, no, actually, deal with Hlaudi, recover the money.
Okay. Let me ask this, and I've asked it before. You'll be patient with me. Is there a policy that says if you make money for the SABC, you get a success fee? Today, as we speak, does that policy exist within the SABC?
You see, David, let us we should not confuse issues. No.
It's a simple question, though.
No. We should. There are policies. The policies are there that if you have done well, you should be rewarded.
It does that. You're saying that policy exists?
Yeah. The policies. Now let's talk about the policy of the SABC. The policies of the SABC. Example: SABC 1, 2, 3, and all radio stations. You have the sales division. There is a policy. If that divisions perform well, you get commission.
That is sales.
That is policy. But remember, I was also charged for sales.
No. Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about now.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying don't confuse issues.
Okay.
I'm going to explain to you.
It's fine.
What is the difference between a success fee
and commission
and this one? The success fee is something that is not there at the SABC because it was not there.
Okay.
Ne? It is not there.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. And then when I came with this project, the SABC decided to say, hey, man, because now there is new channels, we must put policy.
Okay.
They put policy and they approved policy. What was supposed to happen if that board was not dissolved? That process will go to executives just to amend, but the decision stands.
So are you saying then, because remember my question was, if we were to go to SABC policies today, will we find a policy that says, if you make money for the SABC, you get remunerated? Pretty much what happened to you. And you're saying that policy is not there because that board was dissolved.
No, that. Look, let me, sometimes I want this issue to be simple. My contract, I'm contracted to deal with 3 channels, SABC 1, 2, and 3, and all the radio stations. That is my contract.
Sharp.
Ne? The 404 and Encore channel, those are my ideas.
Sharp.
Ne? Outside
your scope.
My scope, yes. You see, when I come with this thing, it's a new baby. No one knows about it. It's the first time. So, the GNC came with policy. That policy was supposed to be implemented. But remember, when that decision is taken, there is policy.
Okay.
Yeah, the policy is there.
The
policy is there.
No.
Document.
And I know which minutes. You're referring to the minutes of October 2016. That's the minute. That's the minute where.
No, not October. August 2016.
August 2016.
On the 19th, yes.
August 2016 is where the then CEO, Mr. Aguma, informs members of the SABC board of all these achievements. He highlights the SABC relied on two main sources of funding to run its operations. And these are 12% from TV license, 85% from advertising. And then carries on to highlight all the money. Over the years, the cost of public mandate activities imposed on SABC by CASA regulation had not been funded by fiscal. And he goes on to talk about SABC and News Channel 404 had been funded from funds raised by Mr. Motsoeneng and not SABC, recognizing that he has raised money outside the two main revenue streams. That for me is not a policy, is a CEO that's highlighting what you've done.
No.
That's why I want you to help us understand this.
No. You must read further.
Okay.
You must read further. You'll realize that they approved the policy.
The members of the board, 6 members of the board, said it's okay to pay the success fee.
Yes.
And the 2 said, no, you've already highlighted one person's reason there.
Yes.
However, it was not a policy. It was a meeting in a board meeting that approved a payment, but not necessarily created a policy.
And that day,
help us understand.
No. Give me those minutes. You see, I think it's proper so that when we deal with these issues, we must deal with what happens actually, so that I'm able to tell you what are the issues.
Not a problem.
What are the issues here? Because when now you are reading the motivation, what I called a motivation. We are reading the motivation. Yes, now.
It's fine. That's those you're reading minutes of a meeting.
You know, I don't know English, but
let's do our best.
Let me read this one. No, I don't want to read it. You can read it because just read there.
Which part? Here.
Yes.
Okay, here at the bottom.
The bottom there. At the bottom there.
It says at this stage. Is it Mr. Rapela?
The next
below
paragraph.
that, or resolution of 19 August 2016. Approval B and is hereby given to amend the current commission policy as follows. 1. The policy must be renamed the Commission and Success Fee Policy. 2. A clause to cater for the claiming of a success fee for stakeholders responsible for raising capital on behalf of the corporation must be included. 3. 2.5% of the success fee and the scope of the ban must be reviewed, whatever is it, or whenever the payment is made. 4. A success fee would be paid when the corporation received the actual funds and on the availability of funds.
That is the policy.
That is, and again I say, and my understanding of English is similar to yours. For the record, I'll say this. This is an agreement in a meeting. This is a board decision, not a policy.
No.
It's a board decision. That's why I asked earlier.
That day, born. You see, you must read the terms of reference. That decision is a policy. The terms of reference, if they have approved the policy, why you are not say why are you saying it's not a policy?
I'm saying they say approval be and hereby given amend the current commission policy as follows.
Pause there.
Yes.
You approve, you amend. So which means they have taken a resolution
with
to amend the policy.
Are you then okay? It's fine. Let's follow
that resolution. You just take it, paste it to the existing policy. They don't change the policy.
Then
they have amended the policy.
Why is it that the lowest court in this regard, which is what the High Court, threw this thing out and said you must make the payment?
Look, court are human beings. Let us not forget that.
Are you saying they're misunderstanding this like
no,
me?
they do. They do. That's why I want. That's why I want justice. You see, I said to you, for the court to come to conclusion, you can't resolve this issue on papers. You need what we call the viva voice evidence, so that I can take a stand, and those people can come. SABC no, and SIU. If we go that route, they are gone.
Are you saying the courts ignored this meeting, the conclusion of this meeting?
Not all the courts. The High Court ignored that evidence of mine.
Okay.
You see, that's why I'm going there. And I have been appealing to all these courts. Please, listen to my...
But you've run out of courts now. The Constitutional Court also said you must pay.
But, David, they did not deal with the merits.
So do you still have a legal recourse in this regard? Is there still anything else you can do?
Life is life, my brother. There is. You see, as we are speaking, I'm speaking to you now. I have served the papers.
Okay.
Yesterday. To the vexments, the attorneys that are representing SABC and SIU. As we are speaking now, my matter is there in the Constitutional Court.
It's going again.
My papers are in.
It's going again.
It's going again.
Okay.
And I'm saying to the court, look at your rules. Ne? Rule 29. It allows me to go back to the court for the court to reconsider their decision to dismiss my case or rescind their decision. Because for justice to happen, the court should listen to my case. But also what I'm appealing, because I can't dictate to the court what to do. You see, I can't. That one, I'm clear about it, and I respect the courts. I can't dictate. But what I'm saying I need justice. This issue, David, you see, it is injustice. It's cruel. When you take my pension without any evidence, pension is not mine. Pension is my children, is my family. And remember, I'm a single parent. My kids, if you take my pension, you are not killing me. You see, you can kill me and I don't care. I'm okay. But not touch my pension, because my pension, it is my children's pension. And I'm saying the court has violated the Pension Fund Act by taking decision without any evidence. There is no evidence for the court to come to conclusion that I should lose my pension.
There may not be evidence, but there's a court decision. And if the court decision says that Motsoeneng has to pay 18 million rands, well, we know already that his pension has 6 million rands. We're going to freeze it. And when this thing is decided, we're going to take it.
No, You see, the issue here is not the court, David. The issue is people who put those affidavits lie under oath. You see, they lie under oath. So we are saying to the court, you can't use these affidavits when these people lie. That's why I'm saying I want to take a stand, and those people, they must be called. And the SIU, they don't want to call these people and SABC because they knew that if they take a stand, that case is gone.
So how are you approaching this any differently now? You're saying it's you want to put it back in the Constitutional Court. What different approach will you apply this time that you didn't the last time?
You see, in the Constitutional Court, the matter is simple. The court is saying, you, Hlaudi, you did not address us on our jurisdiction. Now, going back, I'm dealing with the issue that they raised.
That jurisdiction.
That I did not engage them on that matter. Now I'm dealing with that matter. And I believe that the Constitutional Court will see this matter differently. Remember, they did not went to the merits of the case or the facts of the case. They just dealt with jurisdiction. Now I'm going back for the second time to say, please reconsider your decision.
You said to me that with the Constitutional Court's a jurisdiction issue. With the Supreme Court, what was the issue? Because they also came to the same ruling that you must pay the money.
But the same ruling, all those rules is technicality. So I'm going to be happy, David, if the courts, they deal with the merits of the case. You see, all these technicalities, those are lawyers' issues. I'm a layman. I can't really, and I can't say my legal team is wrong, the court are wrong. That is not my space. I can't even deal with those issues. I don't know.
Let's talk about the success fees amount. Is it true that it was meant to be 33 million?
Yes. And I will tell you.
Please tell us.
Remember, if you read those minutes there, you will realize that I raised money for those two channels. But I have been raising money for other channels.
Okay.
When that committee took a decision to pay me, after reading the minutes, you see those amounts that are highlighted there. I said, look, this amount you can pay because this was part of my contract of employment.
Okay.
SABC 1, 2, 3, that is my work to raise money or generate revenue.
Yeah.
I only took money where it is my idea to come with revenue outside the scope of my work. That's all that I did.
And this in particular has to do with multi-choice.
Yes.
Those two episodes, those two channels.
Those two channels.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the total amount was how much?
Of the money.
The success fee.
No, look, I raised more than 800 million. But remember, in that contract, I also negotiate interest, blah, 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 blah. But by now, it will be far away. But even now, remember, they renew that channel.
So you're saying they still owe you?
They still owe me. They renew the channel. They're still benefiting even now. But what is cruel about this matter, David? I mean, here is someone who comes with this creativity, come with the channel, create employment, create revenue for SABC. Why do you want to punish this person? And SABC even today is still benefiting. I don't understand that one. You see, if anyone can tell me why is SABC or SIU doing this, I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Their reason, and whether right or wrong, and I think this conversation is clear that you say they are wrong, is that there was no policy for you to get the money. The percentage,
Let's take that point. An employer has the right to take a decision whether there is policy or there is no policy, because here is someone who's assisting the organization and there is no policy. I don't agree. I'm just putting another narrative. I'm saying they come to say, okay, Hlaudi, you have done well, man. Okay, we need to reward you. And if you read those minutes, what they are saying, they only pay money when they receive
When they
money.
receive money. Yes, that's what it says here.
You see?
Yeah.
And if these people, they were so wise, if I were them, instead of rushing after Hlaudi, they were supposed to say, Hlaudi, can you assist us to come with other channels? Because if they came to me, by now SABC will be having 3 channels. Remember, when I was at the SABC, another channel, the funds were there already.
For another channel?
Yes, it was for me to sign the contract for another channel to generate revenue. And that channel also, it was going to be funded 100% for free, SABC not paying cent like this multi-choice. I mean, I'll be creating a lot of employment by now. You see?
So you're saying you're being punished for doing something good?
Amen. That's why I'm happy. Because when I see people are working, SABC is still employing people there in that channel, and that channel is recognized internationally, I must be very proud. And good people are punished in life. If you read history, you'll realize that good people who are doing well, they are the ones who suffer at last.
Why is it 11.5 and not 33 million plus? Why is that the only amount?
Look, SABC only paid money that they have received. The money
so
that
there are going to be many payments.
Yes, which means when they receive money, they were supposed to pay. You see, for it was meant for 3 years.
Okay.
So they were supposed to pay until everything is done. But the issue on the payment, I did not receive 11 million. That is nonsensical.
How much did you receive?
6.7 million. That is what I'm saying to the court. Court, how can I pay money which I have never received? I received 6.7 million. And in those records in court, the evidence is there. The SABC is not disputing it. The SABC is saying they paid tax on my behalf. But I was not part of that decision when they paid SARS. But also remember, as an employer, there are directives. You see, SARS give them directives.
Absolutely.
They inform SARS that we are going to pay this amount.
Yes.
SARS give them those directives. So for me, I can't go there to SARS and say, SARS, give me money, because I did not deal with directives. It is only SABC.
No, it's fine. And your point is clear. However, are you aware that you have to pay tax from the money you're receiving?
Yes, I'm aware. That
Yes.
one is a given. It's a given.
Okay.
But remember, I did not receive the whole amount.
Yeah, but however, if I pay you now, and part of this money I'm paying you, 10 rand, part of it has to go to SARS. And as an employer, it's my responsibility to forward this money to SARS and give you only, which is what happens with salaries every month.
You are correct.
Yes.
That is why I'm saying the SABC, they have the right. The onus is with SABC to go and say, this money, according to court, is unlawful. We need money back.
No, but not from SARS.
From who?
From you.
I did not get money.
You did.
No.
You got what rightfully belongs to you as part of your payments. In that regard, part of it was taken to SARS.
No.
On your behalf.
No. On my behalf.
Yes.
Taken to SARS. Who take it to SARS?
SABC.
If it is unlawful, because if it is unlawful for me to receive money, all the amount, including the money that went to SARS, is unlawful. So who's supposed to take that money back?
So you're saying SARS owes part of this money, not you?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
But the money was yours. I get when you earn a salary, part of it goes to SARS.
Remember, you pay SARS because you receive money.
Absolutely, 100%. So you received money.
You pay SARS because you receive money. In this case, SABC paid SARS because
they were paying money.
Yes, but here's the issue. The money that SABC paid, including to SARS, the court found the money was unlawful. So the whole 11 million
Absolutely.
It was unlawful.
Including SARS.
Yes, which means if you said Hlaudi, pay this amount, SARS also must go and claim that money from SARS.
Okay, that's fine. Let me move on. Look, you're putting a valid debate, in which I know legal and tax experts will debate this. Who pays this money?
No. I have already discussed with experts.
And they say money must come from SARS.
Yes,
not from you.
Not from me, because the money, the directives is between SARS and the SABC.
Are you not glad that the money is 11 million and not 33 million? Because that would be a big burden.
No, look, they still need to pay my money.
So you still want your money?
No, this matter is not over.
So you want...
Until it's over.
You want the remainder of the money they've given you. Yeah, shorter. And then you need more from the previous years that they've been earning money.
You know, I have worked with lawyers many times now.
Mm-hmm.
You see injustice in this case. When the SABC started the matter, we were supposed to go to court. Ne? I was busy with my witnesses. The same SABC, they were busy. When they realized that their witnesses is a problem, they decided to go on paper.
What does that mean on paper?
It means that no viva voice evidence.
Okay, it'll be written.
In short, the viva voice evidence is oral evidence.
However, I can write everything that I'm going to say.
Yeah, in simple English.
Yeah.
Oral evidence. So we were all preparing ourselves, but they realized that if they go that route, I'm going to knock them. Yeah, I'm going to knock them. So they realized that no, we rather cook and lie on papers, because it's easy to lie on papers. But when you take a stand in court, it's not easy, because they are going to probe you. So the SABC realized that if they go that route, they are going to lose that route.
Okay.
That is one of the issues that I'm challenging. To say, but this is injustices.
So they decided based on what? On affidavits? On written statements?
Yes. The court based their findings on those affidavits. But even those affidavits, when you zoom into it, all people who gave affidavits, they don't know anything. Because they were not board members. They were not even at ESCO level.
Then
it was people down there, except 2 board members, and except someone who was in charge for payroll. Remember, they also said, no, Hlaudi got involved in that payment. That's why...
Influenced the payroll.
But how do you influence a payment when the SABC has already taken a resolution? You have a letter, the SABC must pay you. But what is good about this one? The manager for payroll said, I have never talked to Hlaudi.
Okay.
So, and it's one person who pays, who click the button. The man says, no, I have never. The court ignored that evidence.
Why are they doing this to you?
I'm not a prophet. I'm not a sangoma. I don't know. Only people who took decision know why they did that.
No, but right now, do you feel there's a vendetta against you? There's people who want to get you?
David, look, a transformer like me, you create many enemies. Remember, when I was at the SABC, I was not talking. I was moving. I was transforming. I was talking by action. You see, all those people, when they realized that, hey, this man is moving like this, I created many enemies for myself. But I don't regret, because what I was doing, I was doing the good thing. It's the same thing today. Remember, I went to court. They took me to court about the artist. That I gave artist 50,000.
Okay, since we're there,
okay.
Why did you pay them 50,000?
I raised money. It was not from SABC.
Where was it from?
That one, because now it was a company. I can't reveal the name of the company, but it was not from SABC. In the minutes of the SABC, all the information is there. It was not from SABC.
And as you said, you've created enemies.
Remember,
yeah.
SABC, they were in trouble. I have been raising money for SABC. I mean, when we go for elections, what was happening? It was me who was funding elections for SABC. When SABC is supposed to get sweetness or bonus, who was raising money? It was me. You see. So people who talk, they don't know what they are talking about. That's why I'm saying, if a court allow us to go and give oral evidence, justice will be done. But if they don't allow that, this issue will remain a serious issue and cruel decision.
So this money, the legends. One, you're saying it wasn't SABC money. Two, it was paid out through the SABC account. Am I correct there? So money came into the SABC and then left from the SABC account to individual musicians.
You know, because I was doing so good for SABC and I was promoting this SABC as a public broadcaster, I decided to say, when I raise money, put the money into the SABC account so that SABC can be seen doing good.
Okay.
Not me as individual. Because I have that capacity. If I went myself and do that, I was still going to get money. But I said, I'm working for a public broadcaster. And in any case, this artist, their music, SABC play their music. So I must make sure that SABC, at least we recognize this artist. And that thing, it was broadcast live, remember? Even live, the body, they were there. We said, no, I raise money for this artist. But they said, no, you are not supposed to pay these people. And you know why I raise money for this artist?
Tell me.
I was very angry because these people, when they die, now we should, all of us, recollect. We must all collect to bury artists. I said, but this artist, SABC, when I introduced 90%, because money was going outside, I said, no, let me just stop this money that is going outside so that we can cater for our people. But meantime, you have legends. You have those people who did well during apartheid time and they are not recognized. And some of them, they were dying in hospital. When I went and see them, some I went to hospital. When I see that people are dying and they don't have money to buy medicine, I went and raised money for them. They can tell you the story themselves. But now I'm alone. You see, I went and raised money to save the lives of those artists. But I'm happy there because really the court ruled in my favor. But also in that scenario, I'm not happy that the SABC is not paying those people money that I raised for the artist.
Are you saying, based on your description of the challenges that artists are going through, then this payment can't be once off?
No, it should not be.
Then how should it be?
We should promote artists by playing their music in South Africa. That 90%, remember, it was meant for to artists. It was meant to assist the artist, because if you play 90%, which means all the money they will collect these people. You see, it is their money. But if you play more music outside, you are taking money outside. It's like you have children. You rather be a father who's looking for other children. You don't look for your own children. So for me, my understanding is South Africa come first. When you are a leader, you must make sure that you fight and you do what you are supposed to do to assist your own people.
How did you determine the 53 artists? Who's a legend and who's not?
Unfortunately, I was not involved in identifying. I gave the team to say, team, I raise money. Yours is to identify these people, but also meet they have the society. You know, meet them so that they are able to assist you. Who are the real legends, blah, 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 blah. That was the process that was taken within the SABC. But in that process, it was to bring money and assist the artist.
Do you regret taking that money through the SABC? Because if it was coming from an independent donor, it could have gone straight to the artist without the SABC. You wouldn't have dealt with this as a scandal, so to speak.
No, I don't regret, because I have done well for those artists. You see, it's the same thing when people want money now. that I must pay when they take my pension. I'm not angry. I do understand. This is what I call test of life. It's test of life. So a good person, you must go through the test of life.
Yeah.
So I must enjoy this test of life because, to be honest, I may downgrade today. I will bounce back big time. People must know that they can take everything that they want to take. Attach, take, execute, but I'm going to bounce back.
Do you regret taking the 11.5 million?
I don't regret. I have never taken 11 million. I was paid by the SABC. I have never taken money.
They put it in your account and you accepted it. You don't regret that transaction at all.
No, how can I regret? When I knew that I raised funds for the SABC and the SABC recognized the work that I have done and good work in the case, why should I regret? I can't regret.
I look back at that time during the SABC and your voice was louder than most people. And I'm sure you're aware of this. You would be interviewed on all sorts of policies, not even policies, decisions that you were making. Why is it that your voice was louder than that of the CEO?
What a good question. Life is very interesting. I think naturally I'm a leader. Because what you are saying, I remember internationally, all broadcasters, I was chosen in Africa to represent Africa. In India, where all broadcasters come together, deal with content. And then when my PA said to me, hey, you have this invitation, I said, no. You know what? The CEO must go. Those people, they refuse.
They wanted you.
They said, no, we want that man because we have seen what he has done. So for me, I think it's naturally, I'm a leader, so people recognize that. And because people recognize that I'm strong, I'm smart, don't undermine me. I'm very smart. So they target me. You see?
I'm battling to understand still. Because there's a president and a deputy president.
Yeah.
We see the president more than the deputy president in a lot of things. COVID, announce it. I guess Rumelates. He's the one that's going to be the one that tells us what's going on. But again, I go back. You seem to have more clout than the CEO. And you had many CEOs, not just one.
Yes, I know.
So it didn't happen only once. It happened many times. I ask, if you're saying you're a leader, you're smart, were you not overshadowing your boss or your bosses?
Well, it is not my problem. If I have been doing that, it is not my problem. They were supposed to do the same thing that I'm doing.
But it's not a competition. We know who's the boss.
No. It is not my problem. My issue was service delivery. Transform South Africa.
Okay.
So if they were sitting in their offices, remember, what I transform is the divisions that I was leading. Is the divisions that I was leading. And it was my duty to transform those divisions.
Do you feel you had more influence than you should have during your time? You did more than you should have. And I'm not talking about the good that you spoke about.
Yes. We can talk about the good and the bad. It's part of life. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
but you feel you were pushing even more than you should have at the expense of your CEO. Essentially, I'm saying, di man ke boss, mara se boss, honal boss.
Remember, we have meetings. And all these people are people who went to school. They are doctors, they are advocates, all these sorts of things. They have PhD and so on and so on. But the difference between me and them was I'm practical. You see, I do things practically, and when we deal with issues, I deal with issues practically. I don't deal with issues because, there are things that you must do practically. There are things that you need to use a theory there and there, but the implementation part is practical. You can't do it otherwise. But also, the reason why I think I excel myself is because they will tell you at ESCO, they will tell you at BOT. I don't talk about problems. I talk about solutions. My mind is occupied by solutions. Because if you are occupied by problems, you become a problem and you can't solve those issues. For me, I just focus. I know issues are there, problems are there, but I don't focus on those issues. Even in our meetings, they knew that for me, it's solutions. And I have those solutions, you see. What was good about me, what I can say, most of, including the COO, all the COs, they agree with me. So what should I say?
Let's
you blame me for people buying what I'm saying?
I question how you would be the face, yet there's a boss above you. And I'm asking that moment if you feel you probably, and maybe let me rephrase it this way. Do you think you had more influence at the SABC more than the CEOs you served under? And sometimes not the right influence.
No, the SABC, I think 80% I was right. 80%.
I wonder which one is the 20%.
Yeah. No. A human being, you can't be 100%.
Okay.
I mean, it can be.
Yes.
It can be. Yeah, but 80% I know I was correct most of the time. But you see, if you work with people, and you come with solutions. And even your bosses started following you. Because the issue really is, those people, they were following me. Where they talk about the board, you talk about because I knew what I was doing. And they know that I will deliver.
Yeah.
You see, that is the issue that I think it was happening. And all the CEO, because when I deal with issues, I think, I apply my mind and I go through all these issues, but I'm not afraid to commit mistake. Because when you are a leader, if you become afraid, there will be no transformation. I'm not afraid to take decision. And sometimes I know I will take wrong decision.
How long were you COO for?
5 years.
5 years. COO.
Yes, 5 years.
And during this time, how many CEOs did you have?
I think, and remember, I was also CEO. At certain point, at certain point, I was the CEO myself.
Okay.
So, okay.
Acting, acting.
Yes, but even that COO that I include acting.
You were acting.
Yes, I also include acting.
Yeah.
And I think they were, let me check how many of them.
I remember Aguma was one towards the end. I'm not sure about those that came before you.
Let's say around 5.
5 CEOs.
Yes.
When you were COO.
Yes.
And every single one of them, you overshadowed. You were the front man.
Because
didn't you create enemies though?
Because the brain is here.
Didn't you that create yourself enemies by doing that? By overshadowing your own boss? Being the bigger boss, yet you're not...
But I don't understand. But remember, those bosses, they were happy.
Okay.
Remember, they were happy because I was doing what I was supposed to do. And they support me. And for me, I can't say, because we were working together, it's just that maybe I was too vocal. They were more quieter.
They were less soft.
Yeah, they were soft. Yeah, they were soft. But I was more vocal, but not just vocal. I was implementing. You see, I don't believe that I can come here, talk about problems. You know, at the SABC, we have that rediffusion. I will engage workers. And I will resolve those issues immediately. When I believe what workers are saying and I'm with them, I resolve those issues immediately.
I remember we got the 3-year contracts
as
freelancers. For a while, we were getting 1-year contracts. and it was raised as an issue, and you immediately said, they must get 3-year contracts.
No, that is how I operate. You see, when I see there are issues, I don't wait for tomorrow, because those issues, they must be resolved now.
But some of those issues that I'm saying, they require consultation. They require, let's go find out first how this is supposed to be done.
No, look.
But why is it that you
No, let's take your workers of the SABC. You are freelancers. They are given, you are given 1 year contract. I go to you. Remember, the stories of employees of the SABC, they give me their problems. As a leader, I must resolve their problems. So in that meeting, you as employees of the SABC, you have taken that decision with me.
We have told you our problem.
Yes.
Okay. I'm saying, why do you apply without consulting? Consult with policy, consult with processes.
No, English is nice, ne? What I consult.
Yeah.
But consultation, what it means, I can listen to you. If I don't want to listen to you, I don't listen to you. I implement what I consulted you. I have been consulting.
but you're here it is. Here's a scenario. SABC has, and we will use big words deliberately for the sake of this conversation. SABC has a policy that freelance contracts get 1 year. Why? What informs that decision is that so every year we have an opportunity to review their performance. So we can see if this person is still worthy of that position. Let's apply the same example to soccer. You're a player, you're a striker. You're not scoring goals. But your position is a striker. And at the end of the year, we review this contract. We are saying, hey, Mona, you're struggling. We may need to review this contract. Either now, refocus salary, banking, but at least it gives SABC an opportunity to review your performance every year. I come to you as Motsoeneng, I say, I'm struggling. I can't pay my house. I can't buy a house because my contract says every year I might lose my job. You're saying, no, they're wrong. We must change this now. Do you feel as a leader, as a CEO of the SABC, your decision is correct if you do it without necessarily consulting the processes within the SABC?
No, look, as a leader, my job is to save your problem.
Yeah, but to also save the company's problem.
No. It's to solve your problems. By solving your problems, I'm solving the company's problems. And I will tell you why. If you remember, when I came at the SABC, the audience were not up to scratch. They were down there. The revenue was not up. After I gave all freelancers 3-year contract, the audience grew. Why? Because those freelancers, they were happy, but also here you are dealing with human beings. Remember, SABC, if Hlaudi, your hata boss cons, what happened? They are not going to renew your contract. And I was always saying to people, you don't work with people that you like. You work with your enemies as long as they perform. You work with everybody. It doesn't matter whether you like this person or you don't like this person. And when I came to that conclusion, remember, most of my meetings, I was not alone. I will go with HR. HR, they are the custodians of the policy, which means what I'm saying, they must go and implement that policy that I'm saying, because the power to take decision is me. You see, theirs is to implement. But I assisted to grow the SABC revenue. I assisted the employees to come to work happy.
You use the word, you don't have to necessarily work with your friends. You can work with your enemies as long as they perform. Don't you think the policy that says we review your performance every year is trying to solve that very problem, that you need people that are performing? So you're saying to a person who's not performing, well, I gave you 3 years, don't worry, at least I solved your problem. But you're not performing.
I remember even that 1-year contract, there was an issue about performance. Even 3 years, still that performance applies. But remember, performance is not David. It's the whole team. Because you as a freelancer, if I judge you, I must also check the environment that you are working within, whether that environment is conducive for you as individual who's the face of that program. Because sometimes we said, hey, that man is not performing. But behind the scene, there are people. So, but we target
the one person.
The one person. So I was saying, no, let us check if David is not performing, who's working with David? Who are the producers? Who's part of the team of programming? Because it can't be David alone. You see, so we must look at everyone. But the SABC, they were looking on a presenter. And I was having a problem to say, no, it's a teamwork. The presenter is there. But if the presenter, even if you don't perform, what is the role of management? Is to assist you to perform. I can't destroy people and say, no, because you this year you did not perform.
Your numbers are low.
Yes, I should put measures so that you are able to perform. And I have done that with many people when I was the executive producer. And people who were not performing, they outperform those well-known performers. Because you must assist the people. That is the leadership.
Do you think the people at the SABC loved you or feared you?
There's no way that people of the SABC can fear me. Because I was COO, I was the COO of the people. So, I mean, if they fear me, they will never come to my office. And remember, in that office of mine, people, they were saying, hey, the doctor's office.
So, why would they say that?
Because all employees of the SABC, including cleaners, securities, when they were having issues, they come to me. And they will know that I will listen to them, I will attend to their issues and resolve their issues.
Okay, help me understand this. Don't you think there are people who thought you had more power than you should have as a COO? Or he's too powerful? Did you suffer that challenge that maybe you're too powerful?
I think the issue that caused problems is the issue that caused problem. When I transformed the SABC, there were many people who were against that transformation of the SABC. Remember when I removed the bold and the beautiful and others, I caused chaos there. Chaos.
So
but,
it was
no, but it was a good chaos.
Okay.
You see, a chaos that assists our own South Africans. So a chaos that assists us. So people were not happy because some people, remember, they were still eating with international companies within the SABC. I remember when I asked the technology about all those studios, remember all the studios, the one that you can't move them.
Which ones? The Henley studios?
Yes. I asked them, hey man, you don't have black people who can come and do business here, come and build studios. They said, no, we don't have black people here who can do that. And then I went around here in South Africa, I went abroad. And then in South Africa, one of the broadcasters, I went and asked them, who is doing your studios? And your studios are very nice. They said, no, they are young black people. Okay, I was happy. And then I said to the team, I need to have a project. Because if you take them on tender, those specifics and so on of the SABC, they won't make it.
Okay.
I said, no, let us have a project, trial project, so that I can see these people. And those people, they came. That Morning Live studio, I'm the one who built that studio with young people.
There's a sports studio as well.
And
it also made the news.
Yes. Those are Hlaudi's projects when I was at the SABC. They are SABC, but I came with those projects. And I use young people and black people for the first time in the history of the SABC. And you know what happened? When I left the SABC, they stopped SABC, SIU, to use those studios. They said no, so that they can deal with me. But during elections, they didn't have a choice.
Tell me then. So you're saying there were people who are stopping you from even developing young black businessmen and women?
Yes.
For what? Isn't it good for the greater good of the country?
That, David, Udula, South Africa. There are people, and some are black people. They don't want to see other black people excelling. And other black people who are running big business, they don't want to see the new ones emerging. So remember, I force even all these production houses to say, those actors, some of them, they must own production houses. And you who are big, you must assist them to do that. Uzalo is one of the examples. Because Uzalo also is mine. I came with Uzalo. Those young people came to me, sell their product. The SABC itself refused to assist them. I gave instruction to say, let us give them 3 months and check what they are going to do. If they don't perform, we give them another 3 months. If we give them a year, they don't perform, we get rid of them. Uzalo, the first 3 months, when the results came, the audience results, Uzalo was leading. Uzalo was leading. Even today, Uzalo is big.
So you're saying your story is a success?
Yes.
Would you go back to the SABC?
My brother, in life, you must move on. In life, you must move on. SABC, it is a public broadcaster. If there is assistance that I can do, but not going back. Now I'm a politician. 100% politicians. And the reason why these people are after me is because they can see without money, my party is growing. And my party is growing big time. Yeah. You will see during municipality elections in 2026, my party in Malutepo, from where I come from, is going to do very well. The only issue is not that the people, they don't follow Hlaudi, they don't support Hlaudi. Is that I'm not able to reach to people because politics is money. These guys, they use hundreds of millions. So I don't have that. I've got zero budget.
So are you saying part of the reason why they're fighting you is so you're broke and without money you can't grow?
Yes.
That is your reason. Part of the reason.
That is part of the reason.
Yeah.
Because, David, in reality, I mean, if you can give Hlaudi an opportunity to lead South Africa, let's say for a year, South Africa will be different. Because I don't play with words because maybe it's English, but it's good for me. I don't play with words. I just want to do things to happen. And where I see problems, I want to solve those problems so that I come with solutions. And you see, people are promising people employment, what? Now I created employment from nothing. Those people today who are working there at the SABC, some of them remember people were using them from other platforms, media platforms, to attack me. But today, actually, practically I employ them because they are working in that SABC. I'm the one who employed them because they are still, that channel is still there, even those who didn't want me.
How has this case, because it's a long ongoing case that has stretched for a long time, how has it affected your life and your career in general?
No. Reality, it is financial. Yeah, financially it is. But mentally, physically, no. I'm still standing. I'm strong. As I'm talking to you, and this one is a scoop.
Okay. So let me take the volume up so we don't miss it.
Yeah, it is a scoop, this one. I hear the SIU and the SABC, they send the sheriff in my place.
Okay.
I said, no, it's fine. because I have talked to my kids, because I'm the only parent. I have talked to my children. I said to them, you know what? Life is life. There are things that we can't control. And these issues that is happening, I can't control. But for me, if I go back, I start from scratch, the life that we are living, you are still going to live that life. This is just a short term. But we need to deal with this short term. But I need to encourage my children to enjoy, to not to be, kids, because they are still from school, they will be affected.
They see your headlines saying your dad must pay money.
But as the father, I'm there for them. I must encourage them. They must see me walking tall, which they are. They can see their father is walking tall. So it's part of life. But I'm saying, amongst all these things, David, no, I'm not worried because I have never stolen money. I was given money by the SABC, my employer. So why should I be worried? When I knew that I raised money and they gave money to me that I have worked for, and I raised that money. So I'm not worried.
So when you're saying the scoop, what is the sheriff doing by going to your home?
I will never know because I'm not there at home. I will know.
What legal process do you think is likely to happen for them to recoup all the money that they say you're owing? Because they've already taken 6 million?
I think they are reacting. Because they sent me a letter, my lawyers, remember they go through my lawyers, to say, no, they have instruction to execute.
Of course.
Okay? And then my lawyers wrote to them to say, no, give us chance, give us 7 days so that we can engage our client and then we will come back to you. But what we wrote to them is, have you cancelled the directives from SARS? Because it is only the SABC who can cancel the directives from SARS. Ne? We are expecting that answer. They did not answer that. They came back to us to say, no, Tuesday is the last day. And if Tuesday is the last day, is today Tuesday, which means what they are doing today, they're supposed to do tomorrow. But because I served them with papers from the Constitutional Court, they are reacting.
To what you served, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do understand. But it's a long way to go. You see, it's a long way to go. They are reacting. But I'm not bothered. Because one of the issues that I asked them, remember you said no, they have a frozen 6 point something million.
Your pension.
My pension from 2017. So I said to them, the amount, tell me how much did you receive from the pension fund? Because I know it was not 6 points whatever that they're revealing, that they're talking about.
Okay.
I know.
Is it more?
It is more. It is more. But also, when they talk about interest, remember, after my dismissal, I went to a pension fund to say, please pay me. They went and interdict that process.
That's SIU.
And I know how much my money was at that time. And I went to one of the insurance. I'm not going to mention that insurance here. I went to one of the insurance to say, I want to invest my money so that I can get interest. So which means if that money came to me, that money will have interest by now. But if they are sitting with my money, that money should come with interest.
So are you saying even the freezing of your money had a negative effect on you?
It must.
Yeah.
It has. It has. But not to say that it has affected me physically or emotionally or otherwise. No, I'm still very strong. I'm still standing. I will stand forever. You see, even if I can start from scratch, I'm not worried, to be honest, because I know I'm going to survive. Because, I control my life. No one controls my life. I control my life. I'm going to bounce back big time.
Are you willing to pay it and move on with your life? Because the legal battle is very costly.
No. Look, David, you see, if I must fight for justice, it doesn't matter. I must fight for justice. If I lose for everything fighting for justice, it doesn't matter. Because I stand for what I believe. I believe that this is injustice, what is happening on me. So I must fight for that. And the court, if they come to any conclusion, I will respect the court. But I'm going to be happy that I have done everything to fight for justice. I could not win the battle.
Right now, the Constitutional Court came to a ruling. You're saying you would respect it. So why don't you respect this one and carry on?
Respecting the court, it doesn't mean that I should stop where I see there is injustices.
Okay.
I'm just saying to the court, appealing to the court, to revisit their decision. I'm asking the court, I need viva voice evidence. Let us go there so that the court, when they come to conclusion, they have assessed the real issues. Because I believe that dispute, you can't resolve them on paper.
Do you have the money to pay it?
I don't have money. I don't have money because SABC has taken my money. I don't have money. I have zero. I don't have money.
So you cannot pay it even if you exhaust this new direction that you're taking with the Constitutional Court.
No, look, remember, what I need to do now is to check how much the interest that my money...
You need the pension money.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much interest? Ne? And then combine that interest with my money.
Mm-hmm.
And those interests, they should also assist me to pay. If the court come to that conclusion, now we are still in court. If the court come to that conclusion, that money that I'm referring to, their interest, I will be able to deal with issues of tax and interest. Also, I need to deal with SARS to regroup that money, but I will be guided by the lawyers. But that is the process that we are dealing with. Pay money, you make arrangements. So there is that process. That's why we wrote to them, so that we can make those arrangements.
Because I imagine every case you lost came with legal costs. You had to pay not only your own lawyers, but the lawyers of the SIU in this regard. So the burden of cost that is associated with this case is not small, but you're committed to carry on with it to the very end. By the time you're done,
but what is important is justice. I can see the issues that you are raising.
I'm worried for you.
No, you must be worried for me like other people are worried for me. But I'm fighting for justice. So what I'm going to say, and then now I throw the towel when I know this is injustice. No, it can't be correct. Because by throwing a towel, I will be saying to people, no, actually those people are correct. They are not correct. They are cruel. So I'm saying I'm fighting for this justice. But I'm saying it doesn't matter what the court is going to say. I will respect the court. But my plea to the court is, court, please, this matter, oral evidence.
Have you given any oral evidence at all at the Constitutional Court?
No, remember,
No.
the remedy, the relief that the court can do, the court can say, go back to
the lower court.
To lower court. On these matters, you need to give oral evidence. Because not all matters in those papers, you need oral evidence. But there are critical issues that you can't resolve by papers. It needs oral evidence. In any case, what is the injustice? Remember, there is tribunal. Remember, SIU operate within the proclamation of the tribunal. And the tribunal, the act says those matters should go to tribunal. In this case, this matter did not go to tribunal. It went to the High Court. Why?
So you're also questioning
I'm
process.
also questioning that. You see, for me, my brother, I rather suffer. But justice, I must see that justice is done. You see, because there's no way that I must just throw the towel because now I'm having all these problems. Already I'm in these issues that I'm in. What I'm saving.
Let's call out.
Yes, let's call out. But I believe if justice happens, this fight that I'm fighting, at the end it will be a good fight.
What do you say to those that have a feeling that you may have had too much power against the board, where you could tell the board what to do, which is what may have led to this policy that says you must get some percentage?
That one is nonsensical. I mean, and I think it is insult for those board members, because I think they are there because of their skills and expertise and whatever that they've got. I don't think one Hlaudi person can just call the shots. What I know is they know that I have expertise, I have skills, I'm a performer, and they supported me. That is what I know.
So with regards to the board, you're only measured on your performance, nothing else?
Nothing else.
What do you say to those that say during those days you had powers from the president?
That one is nonsensical because, and they refer to Msholozi, former President Zuma. When it comes to SABC matters, I have never engaged President Zuma. Never. I have never talked to President Zuma about matters at the SABC. I talked to the board, especially the chairperson of the board. I spoke to the CEO. Those were two people that I was engaging on the SABC. You know, people create stories because I think they are still shocked. How can this matricless become the COO of the SABC? And I always tell people, they must learn from me why I move and become COO. You see, because it's not that if you don't have a degree, now you must sweep the floor. You must use your brain. You must be smart.
How did you become COO without metric?
I think I know SABC very well. Amongst all those employees there during my time, I was the only person who has grown within the ranks of the SABC. When I started at the SABC, I started as a presenter on Top Sport television. I work as a freelancer again for radio, and then I have grown within the system of the SABC. I knew everything. I didn't read theory to learn about the SABC. Everything that I did, it was practical. And I did it when I was still a student at the school. The reason why I became the COO is because everything that I did, I was excelling. So no board, no one will say, Hlaudi, you can't lead, when they knew that I'm the solution. I think you'll remember, even when Dr. Ngubane, the late, went to Zondo Commission, he said it was only Hlaudi who solved all the problems of the SABC. We have people with degrees, they could not. That matriculous saved the SABC.
Did you have a special relationship with the Gupta family?
No, not at all. I know them very well. But no special relationship and no business that I did with them.
Including the morning broadcasts?
I was in Bloemfontein. Remember when that breakfast started, I was not even a senior person at the SABC. I was still working as an executive producer in Lesedi FM. I was in Bloemfontein when I saw on television that partnership. So I was not there. I was not part of that.
When you got there, it continued.
Yes.
Did you think it was bad business or good business to give another broadcast company an opportunity to take airtime from SABC and use it however way they wanted?
The guys, they were not taking airtime from SABC. Remember, SABC control everything. People buy adverts from SABC. Actually, during that time, more adverts, they were coming in numbers for SABC. And SABC, they were still in control. Those people, what they were doing, it was event. You know, they were mobilizing whatever people to come, and then we go there and broadcast it. But money was still staying with the SABC. The adverts, it was SABC.
Are you saying money from GCIS was going to the SABC and different government departments?
No, remember, government only fund SABC 2%. Only 2%.
I'm talking about those particular broadcasts. Are you saying the money from GCIS was going to the SABC in that regard?
No. I will never talk about that money because I don't know. What I know, I can talk only about the SABC. I can't talk about the Guptas, what they were doing outside their issues. I can only talk about the SABC.
And you say money was coming to the SABC?
From adverts.
Yes.
Yes, money was coming.
Oh, how they were making money elsewhere?
It is not business of the SABC.
Oh, you don't know, of course.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was not our business.
When you look into your own future, how do you want it? How do you want the story to end? Motsoeneng?
Which stories? Because I have so many stories.
The text, the one with the 18 million.
Look, the only thing that I'm praying for is justice. You see, that's all that I want.
And how does that justice look like in practical terms?
That justice is very simple. Hlaudi can't pay 11 million when he received 6.7 million. That justice is Hlaudi can't pay interest because SABC is not a bank. Even when I was at the SABC, when we were still working at the SABC, we were borrowing money at the SABC. The policy of SABC didn't allow SABC to charge you interest. So I don't understand why I must pay interest. And also, that channel is not regulated by any law. The money that I received is not money from the fiscus of the SABC. It's money that I raise for project sitting outside SABC, assisting the SABC.
Do you feel, and I guess you did say that you feel they should continue to pay you, and they shouldn't have stopped to pay you in the first place. They should have carried on to pay you. But then looking forward to the future, you lose this case that I'm saying. It all ends. You accept and respect the law. Are you willing to move on?
My brother, if the Constitutional Court dismiss my case again, it's the end of the road. I will accept.
And pay.
But I will know in my heart that injustice happens in my life.
And that's how you will accept this and move on.
And move on.
Personal question. What did you do with the money?
Look, my brother, what you do with your money, I did the same. That is the answer. What you do with your money, I did the same.
I've never had 6 million. I've never had 6 million. I don't know what people do with 6 million, right? So our story is not the same.
No, you see, there is no difference whether it's 10,000, it's 6 million. I do what you did with money. What you do with money.
You bought things.
You see. No, yeah. I'm not going to say, but I did what you do, what I do. Like anyone who have money, I did what other people do.
Yes.
Yes, that is my answer.
That's it. I appreciate that you came here so we can talk about this. Because when I saw it, I got worried. And I still am. Because I like you. I think you're an awesome guy. I think you're one of those few streetwise guys that actually when they want to do something, they actually put it to action. And we've seen it. I don't agree with everything that you do. However, I've been excited to see someone that actually implements ideas when they think of them.
No, life, my brother, you should not agree with me with everything. It's life. I mean, and it's good when people disagree with you because, normally, I love people who disagree with me. Because that is where I get my energy. That is where I get power. That is where I use my brain. So normally I appreciate people who disagree with me. Actually, those people make me they make me strong. So and I become more brighter. So I normally accept people. They will disagree, but what is important in life, you must do what you believe and you must act. You see, like I'm acting now, and I'm not trying to waste time. I'm just saying justice must be seen happening in this scenario because, to be honest, for me, it is cruel. Whatever is happening is cruel. I mean, when you know that you wake up, you watch that television, you see, I sweat for this television. You know, this is my ideas. You see, SABC is still benefiting. You see, SABC is still employing people. You and your family, you are suffering. So it's cruel.
I wish you well.
But life must go on. Whatever happens, I just need to be strong. I need to make sure that everything that I'm doing, my children, put them together. They must believe in me, believe in themselves. They must know life, it is what it is. So you accept.
So you finished that money. Hayo. Like you don't have some of it that you can pay back.
Ain't that? The money that I've got is my pension that
they've taken.
Yes, that is the money. Remember, I have how many years now? 8 years or 7 years not working. You see, I mean, I have been surviving. I'm still surviving.
How do you survive?
I can't tell you. But David, I do survive. I do survive. I'm still with my family. We still, and remember, I have children, and those children, I'm the only person. I'm the only parent who look after them. So as a father, I must try everything to survive.
So you do?
I do survive.
So sharp.
Yeah, sharp on that.
Okay.
You see, even if they can do whatever, I'm not saying I'll go down, but I'll come back stronger and stronger.
You said you're willing to downsize, to reduce the size of your car, size of your house, and all of that.
No. I don't want to deal with those personal issues. For now, I don't want to deal with those personal issues. But downgrading is part of life, you see. but I can't say this one and that one. Now that one, I'm not going to put it on the public. So, but downgrading, I can downgrade. There's nothing wrong about it. And then bounce back stronger. And now do better than, succeed more than what I've been doing, which I could.
I wish you well.
My brother. Ke Hlaudi ntwena mo. Sure. That thing, yes.
Thank you so much. Thanks for giving us time.
King David Studio Podcast.